What's going on, guys and girls? It's Ghost Robo. Welcome back to Mafia 3. Lincoln Clay is on a mission to kill Chester Moreau, and that is what we're going to do today. We just got the goods and the info from Jackie at the Briar Patch, and now we're heading to take down one of the main Southern Union masterminds here. So we will blaze a trail towards his locale. Thank you guys so much for supporting the series. If you enjoy these videos and want more Mafia footage and action, just let me know, hit that like button, and I will do my best to bring as much of it to you as I can, trying to give you as much of the game before it comes out as I possibly can. And here you'll get to see a more involved and bigger mission. So we're heading back to the Value Plaza here, and we are going for this Chester Moreau monstrosity. Now, he is not a good man, and Lincoln is debatably a good man, so he's basically not a good man. I mean, he's got good intentions, I guess, but he is a nasty dude. These people are sweeping up, but it looks like this supermarket has been overrun with evil. So we are going to make sure that we are ready to go. I'm calling in a hit squad, and you'll get to see how this works here. It's pretty sweet. A bunch of dudes with guns come at me and are ready to be of assistance. We're going to let her out. Oh, lady, I opened the door for you. I tried to be all cordial and polite. You didn't even care. You hear people crying. It's kind of a sad sight. That is a sniper to the head in aisle 1. Bloody cleanup on aisle 1. And we'll do the same behind the meat counter. More people popping out, and that hit squad is doing work behind me as I pistol pop everybody. So they're trying to take people out up in windows. Another cleanup on aisle 2. Not looking good for Chester and his clan. And the hit squad is like one of the more fun abilities to call in, just because they come at oh god, they come at your location and just do your bidding, basically. So we're gonna head in here and wreck this guy, number 1, wreck that guy, number 2. Hit squad joins me. Anybody else down there? There's some people on the other balcony, so that's where we need to go. Don't walk at a mad man with a shotgun. Not a smart move. We say sayonara to all of these fools. I love the combat so much in Mafia 3. Like, this is such a fun mission right here. It feels so good just to be running through the supermarket with your squad and tackling this challenge. Now, imagine if I didn't have my squad. There would be so many more dudes for me to take out. So I'm able to, you know, really mow everyone down thanks to the fact that I called in that hit squad. Thanks to the fact that I have that ability. I believe it's from Burke as one of my critical characters, the underboss. Picking up a magazine. That one does not have pinup models. It has the Apocalypse, which is a little bit spooky. So we've got the Adrenaline. This is Chester Moreau. Now, these guys take more hits than the average, like a few more hits than the average man, which is kind of, I guess, interesting. Let's see what he has to say here.
You whatever you want. I'll do whatever you want. Just don't kill me.
But what I want is for you to die.
Ooh. Lincoln be brutal. Lincoln be quick. Lincoln don't take any of Chester Moreau's shtick. And that is how you get the job done. And now we get to decide who is going to own this racket. And this is where things get super cool, because I have got Cassandra, I've got Vito, and I've got Burke. And I can decide who gets control of this. It's going to increase the overall income of my operation, and it's going to give me some perks. It's going to give me special weapons and special perks. So you'll see that I get like a new sniper rifle with night vision if I give it to... well, if I give it to Cassandra, I get... okay. If I give it to Burke, I get that right there. If I give it to Vito, if I give it to Cassandra... So Cassandra, you can see the progression list of how I'm going up this tree of what I got going on there. If I assign it to Vito, I get another health bar, and I get that night vision sniper. And if I give it to Burke, it's not as big of an increase. So it looks like Vito is the way I want to go. That night vision sniper sounds cool. Another shotgun, a semi-auto would be great from Cassandra. But Vito with that night vision sniper, I don't know. I feel like I got to give it to him. So let's call him up and let him know that he is the big man on the supermarket campus.
Whatever you say. My guys will be right over. Now, maybe you're worried about Cassandra kicking up a fuss or something when it comes to the district. But after the work my guys are putting in, I expect to get it.
All right, so luckily there is another racket in Frisco Fields. It's the PCP racket. So just because Cassandra is a little upset so far doesn't mean she has to stay angry for long. We picked up a pinup model magazine. Vito's guys are here running the show, and we are going to go rob the taxi garage, which will begin our pursuit of this PCP chemical racket here and see what we can do about taking over the entirety of Frisco Fields. The districts are divvied up into 2 different rackets, and each racket can be assigned to one of your underbosses, and then the entire district can be assigned, I believe, as well. And that is where things get real nasty and where you really have to make some tough choices. Those are those cutscene moments where you'll be sitting down with Cassandra and Burke and Vito and have to decide, like, who are you going to give this big chunk of New Bordeaux? So I'm driving this very silly slow truck, but I felt like, hey, we earned this vehicle, we took over that part of town, and so we're gonna own it and drive this straight to the taxi garage, and we'll look a little less suspicious. Instead of flying in with that cherry red, we're coming in with just a delivery truck. Maybe we're making a delivery for the taxi company. Who knows? Who cares? As long as we get in quiet, we should be able to stealth our way to another racket victory. But it starts here at this garage. You'll see there are a lot of bad dudes nearby, so I'm going to park on the street. Don't want to get too close. Our meat truck may be sort of invisible, but I think they'll freak if I get it too close to what's going on here. So I'm rocking a machine gun and a pistol. There's a water truck blowing that up. I wonder if you could. I really should have tried that, but I didn't. Alas, we head to the garage. Bunch of taxis probably parked in here, but we gotta find an opening. It looks like the first dudes are right around this gate. I could go in guns blazing, but there are a lot of criminals. So let's climb the fence, trespass, and see if we can take them out slowly. Now, the dudes on the left are innocent bystanders. So if I come in here and silence him, it should start things off a little better. You can also do brutal takedowns, which are more difficult to execute, but they give you some super sweet animations. And the animations are dependent on what weapon you have. There's a variety of them, and they end up looking really cool. But it does take, you know, you do have to focus on that and hold the button rather than just tap it. And so it could potentially mess up your whole stealth operation, because if you fail, I believe they sort of push away from you and then can start firing their weapon, which is going to alert everybody else. So we've got a cavalcade of creeps here, so I gotta do this smartly. Which way are we gonna go first? It looks like this dude, I wanted to just knock him off his block, but oh, there we go. Yeah, we just had to take cover, and then we can drag him down like he's a popsicle on a sunny day. Someone is getting super close to seeing me, but they didn't get into sort of that red active state yet. I kept him just looking and nervous. He's gonna come right for me, which makes me a little bit afraid, but hopefully the dude on the right doesn't see me, and he doesn't. Thank goodness gracious. He's over there smoking or doing what he's doing and not worrying about me too much, just minding his own business. Got more over that way. You think I can just, oh, is he gonna leave? Come on, start walking. Yeah, buddy, just what the doctor ordered. Leaf's fallen, and so is this dude's alive. Good night, sir, and good luck. We'll have to answer at the gates. Now we've got to enter the buildings themselves. There's more dudes, and it looks like we want to get in there and steal the money. But there's a guard who's going to make things pretty difficult. Oh, that guy's going to get alerted, so this is not good. He's nervous. Maybe if I can get him to come out of the building, this is actually probably to our advantage. Maybe it's good that he sort of saw me. Now we can take him out.
I haven't seen shit.
Okay, if that's what you say, now you won't see anything ever again. Oh, phew. Luckily, that was just an innocent civilian and not someone worse. So we can go in here and pick this lock.
What?
But it seems like that guy might spot us. Oh, God, someone else. I gotta stop that. Oh, no. Okay, so things are going from stealth to gun time real quick. And that's how missions kind of get crazy. That guy's going to call in reinforcements, which is not good. I really need to take him out. More dudes behind me, though. I'm running out of ammo. Okay. There we go. Whew, good thing I'm a sure shot. Let's go steal that money before the reinforcements show up. Cut into the briefcase. And 20,000 big ones. Dang. Bastion's PCP racket has been severely damaged. And now this guy comes in to say hello. We're a little bit feeling crazy after that amazing money robbery. And there is a pistol whip kill for ya. Alright, so now it says talk to Bear Donnelly. Robbed the taxi garage. Took everyone out. But before we get to Bear, there are more parts of the racket for us to dismantle. You saw that the meter reached 0, so technically you could just go to the end of this. But if you want to acquire more income for yourself, play out more of the missions, and possibly run into some super sweet encounters, then it behooves you to move towards the other areas of the PCP chemical racket rather than just jump straight to the end. But once you deal enough damage, you can, if you're trying to sort of, mainline the game and get through it as quickly as possible. This is a little bit creepy, driving one of a ton of taxis through a zoo of taxis. And now we're heading to PCP Chemicals, the facility itself, I believe. Or maybe it's just a truck of chemicals, I'm not sure. We'll have to drive there and see. I'm a taxi man with a very murderous plan. And so far, I've played almost all of the French Quarter. I've played almost all of Frisco Fields, and they both had a lot of environmental diversity, and then the final missions, the more linear missions, and just the overall big encounters, sort of like that supermarket one, were different, and that's cool. And I hope that as I play through all the districts, they continue to maintain that variety, and when you go to the bayou, and when you go to sort of more of the industrial area and things like that throughout the map, I hope that they manage to maintain and keep that up, because it's really fun, and it makes sort of the open world seem to me more like a very story-driven single-player game, even though it still is open world and it has all the great stuff about it. Because of the variety and because of the way that you're sort of following this plot line of dismantling the Marcano family and systematically acquiring all the rackets and assigning them to your underbosses, there's something about it that maintains the goodness of more linear games while still giving, I've talked about this a lot, but while still giving you the freedom of open world. And I think that's where Mafia really sets itself apart. And I was watching other people's impressions of the game, and a lot of footage is now up, and it seems like everybody is feeling the same way. They're really liking it and really thinking this is something special, and that's always cool. It's always good to know that you're not the only one that feels a certain way about a game. And it's great to see something that is very well made from a good group of guys. I've met the developers, and they really, they're really passionate about this. And so it's good to see passionate, hardworking people succeed. All right, so we're going to drive over here and see what we come across. I like how we've got a little sun shower going on here. And what is it? Okay, dokie. It is a tanker truck, so it's a truck of chemicals. And this is my chance to put that C4 on the car, drive it in, jump out, and go kaboom. So let's see if we can get the job done. I'm going to equip the C4 here and drop it on the bottom of this taxi. I thought you could put it on top of it. You can see the marker there of where I'm placing it, but it turns out you can only put it on the underside of the car. I guess on the top would make no sense. So I thought you had to put it on the top, but you can't just put it on the underside. So Lincoln's yo, get up here, let's go C4, but nah, you don't have to do it that way. All you gotta do is strap it to the bottom. And I wanted to strap multiple pieces to the bottom, and I thought if I clicked the C4 button again, it would bring out another piece of C4. Instead, it lit Lincoln on fire, and he met his demise. I'm so sorry, Lincoln. We'll come back next time and try to make a magic moment happen where we drive the car into the chemical truck and just all hell breaks loose. Can we get it done? Do you think we can? Let me know in the comments below if you want to see it. Hit that like button. I'll bring it to you soon. I hope you're enjoying this Mafia 3 super early walkthrough footage. Until next time, guys and girls, thanks for being so awesome. I love you so much. I'm going to move us back to that point and try again when we come back. That cattle's staring at me I don't think you can get it done. Move it, boy, and try again. And that's what we'll do. So until that time, drink so much, y'all. Thanks again. I love you. And we'll see you all later.